it seems to me a infrastructure like that might be the ideal place to start experimenting. Now, there's all kinds of questions that came to mind while you were talking, but I want to share a brief story, which is that I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska for 1 year. And you may know this as an aviation professional, but Lincoln, Nebraska has a very interesting airport, has a very long runway that was built for a space shuttle emergency landing runway. So it's extremely long, and it was right in the middle of the country. And of course, if they overshot California and they undershot Florida, they could have landed, because the space shuttle was a glider. So you really are stuck with your re-entry velocity and angle. I should say the space shuttle in the atmosphere is a glider. And so when I lived there, when you go to the airport there, the runway is longer than the entire city, which is a very strange experience depending on how you approach the airport. And for an airport that's closed 3 days out of the week, it seems really strange. But it seems to me a infrastructure like that might be the ideal place to start experimenting. For example, if you have a hypersonic vehicle that needs a longer airport or a longer runway than you have at, let's say, Chicago, you could land it at Lincoln and then take a shorter jet and maybe still save 6 hours.
Take the Lincoln, Nebraska example. That runway, a very fast vehicle now can operate out of that runway in Lincoln, Nebraska. Expect an economic impact, direct use in that community where somebody can now live in a beautiful place, decongested, but still be in any center of the world very quickly. Has identified over 20 new potential city pairs from Patagonia to the Nordic states in Europe, from places in Asia to South Africa, new centers of gravity, new hubs of activity, rings of activity that could create a whole new balance of centers of gravity of economic activity. To all of you real estate developers, investors, industrial developers, are thinking that high speed might bring a new context and opportunities outside of the usual suspect hubs of air transportation.